This would be one of my TED Talks. It's called the TED Danson Talks. I first knew Ted Danson from Cheers. He played a guy called Sam Malone, but he could have been named Ted Danson. Ted Danson has been in a load of TV before Cheers, rubbish soaps and sitcoms, a walk on here, a bit part there, but he was in Taxi. It was right near the end. That show ended, then Cheers took over. He was also in Benson and Magnum P.I. I wonder if I knew that at the time. Ted Danson has been able to appear and reappear and almost always as Ted Danson. Sure, he was Ted Danson in that Three Grown Men Acting as Babies franchise, and Ted Danson in Becker, CSI, Fargo, The Good Place. If they aren't good shows, they are good roles, or vice versa, apart from Cheers. I most like Ted Danson as a pot-smoking, worrying eccentric in Bored to Death, and as, well, Ted Danson in Curb Your Enthusiasm. But I was also intrigued by Ted Danson in Whoopi Goldberg's life, and her and his, I guess. And did you know Ted Danson is an environmentalist? He wrote a fucking book about the ocean, yo. I've never even seen Becker. Is it any good? It must be okay. It's got Ted Danson. I rewatched a bunch of the early episodes of Cheers a few years ago. I used to watch it when I was a kid. Sometimes I got it, sometimes I did not. I usually laughed anyway. The scenes between Sam and Diane, the scenes between Ted Danson and Shelley Long were electric. She was amazing. She helped Ted Danson along a lot. I wonder if he ever acknowledged or even knew that. You book Ted Danson, that's what you get. Ted Danson was a big part of the 1980s for me. I told my wife just recently that when I next do a DJ set of 1980s material, I'm going to bill myself as DJ Ted Danson. She stared at me the way Diane often looked at Sam, but only in the later episodes.